do I not need that one? Hey. Thinking maybe I don't need this one here. I can't take it out though. Ouch. I didn't expect it to explode like that. Go back, get my health back. There's enemies down there. There we go. Health is back. Where is this last power block I need? Surely it's not just one of these things. Not on this, is it? Nope. Oh, the thunder's back. Oh, they've returned. They're back. Is it in here? Yep. There we go. It's one of those things. Got it. Airplane evaluation order. Airplane wreckage. The airplane in question has been brought in from a private airfield located in the town of Redacted, Cincinnati. It is suspected to be connected to the Redacted AWE. See case file Redacted for details, and is being evaluated for altered status. The plane is currently being stored in the transit corridor in the containment sector, brought there through the New York subway tunnel. Special access redacted. For more information on tunnel redacted and links to urban legends centered on ghost stations, abandoned tracks, and redacted, see file 412 4521. The plane's black box is currently being evaluated for redacted, and initial readings have been taken by the research team, though no altered status has yet been detected. Refer to file 912-8371 for full report. That's that plane there. I can't. Why wasn't it showing up before? I can push that button. I'm assuming that'll open this gate. Yep.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shining a light in the shadows. Thank you for staying with us. Here's our first caller.
Hi. What I'm about to tell you, if they found out, I don't know what would happen.
If who found out, brother?
The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident, but this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, caller.
No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said, but that's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch the language, caller. It may be 2 a.m., but we're still a family show.
I'm sorry. It's just, my brother lived there. They said the town was destroyed, but it wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there.
So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. Tell me, was the phrase, "there is no salvation," written anywhere?
I'm not sure.
The same thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Hor Verde. More than 600 people just up and left. The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction, as predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy Reagan.
Abduction? You mean aliens? That's bullshit! I know they're lying!
Now I warned you about the language caller. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. And good timing too. It's time for a short break. Hang in there. America Overnight will be right back.
Don't know why that was so quiet.
You're listening to America Overnight.
It's louder here. Ordinary summary. An AWE occurred in the town of Ordinary caused by an object of power, slide projector, ID OOP-15, discovered by local children at the dump outside of town. When a specific set of slides are used in the projector, the projected images open doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in the disappearance of the town's adult population. Event response. On August 30th, 2002, siblings Dylan Faden, 10 years old, CP6 materials, and Jesse Faden, 11 years old, CP7 materials, were playing at the local dump when they found a discarded slide projector. See OOP-15 case file and Darling presentations redacted for details. A team led by Director Trench and Dr. Darling arrived at the site on September 14. The AWE had ended, but the team found the Faden children, who led them to the slide projector and the slides, which had been burned with the exception of one. Jesse escaped when agents attempted to detain the pair. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in the town. All of them were brought in for questioning and tests. See interviews redacted and prime candidate program files redacted.
There is a curious correlation with the yet. There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions, or die trying. Unknowable forces intruding upon our world.
Ordinary AWE Stage 4A. Town proper witness testimonies. Jesse and me followed the dung monkeys to the cave. There was a lot of them. More of the kids from town had joined up. It was really scary. Jesse grabbed the projector and we ran as fast as we could. They chased us. I fell and hurt my knee. Jesse tried to help me, but the dung monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us, but then Neil showed up. Neil looked like a dog, like a melted dog, but I knew it was him. Neil said a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because Tom just beat him up. I think he liked being a dog. DF, interview 2002. The projector wouldn't turn off, so we changed the slide to a hand. I heard her immediately. She promised to help. JF. Therapy Session 2010. Jessie said we should call her Polaris. It's because she was doing stars at school. DF, interview 2002. Well, there's Polaris. Extrapolated information. Additional slide designation hand SID 36 is varied and in Bureau possession. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designation Dog Neil EID 19930.
In the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate
Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very important.
So,
No.
clearly humanity affects this process.
Yeah, I could have gone in there as well.
Unconscious is a
That's fine. That was an easy one.
And predicted by my regular guest, Dr.
Ordinary AWE Stage 2. After what happened at school to Mrs. Chester, we started spying on Tom and saw where they took the projector. DF, interview 2002. That DF has to be Dylan Fade. Tom and his troglodytes were using the Sled Hill Cave as their headquarters. That's where the projector was. They'd been using the temple slide. We called it that, but really, it was a broken concrete thing, like a warehouse, or a tomb, a bomb shelter, or something very dark. The Not Mother lived there with her babies, children. I don't know. She was feeding Tom and the others her milk. They were changing into little monsters. We called them dung monkeys. JF. Jessie Fate? Has to be. Therapy Session 2010. Yep, has to be. Extrapolated information. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide. Designation temple. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity. Designation not mother. EID 19928.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want to come, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. Tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison. Not even a poster on the wall.
What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In Ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
He did have a point. How was he possibly to know what day it was?
Of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carlavon. The questions asked here correspond to the fifth iteration of the
Stage 1B. Witness testimonies. The second slide we called the meadow, but it was really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. It must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting, and then, when we'd come out, everything had melted around the projector. JF, Therapy Session 2010. That was Jesse. Neil was really into it. We found out he'd been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons took it. JF, Therapy Session 2010. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide, but that's not what happened. DF, Interview 2002. Extrapolated information. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide. Designation, meadow.
Let's see what they have on Ordinary.
Oh, there's a house.
It's
Okay.
all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
Guessing that's the dump at the back, that's their house, and that's probably the school, or that one's the school. Search the slide projector. Objective power. Search for the slide projector. Stage 3. Tom and the others had gotten worse, scarier. The math teacher, Mrs. Chester, tried to make them listen, and they pushed over a piano on her, broke her legs. Then Tom bashed her head in. Bye-bye, Miss Chester. I always liked her. I liked maths. DF, Interview 2002. Oh, that was the tipping point. It was Lord of the Flies level bad. The grown-ups realized something was wrong. The police came and literally dragged Tom and Hugo and the others away. Tom was screaming that the not mother would make them all go away. They enacted a curfew for every kid in Ordinary. Mum and Dad were pissed, asking us about the dump, about everything. I remember wanting them gone like Tom had said. When we woke up the next morning, pretty much all the adults had just vanished. Was I responsible? Did I don't know. JF, Therapy Session 2010. Extrapolated information. Disappearance of majority of Ordinary's population confirmed to result from slide projector related AWE. The rain is coming down pretty heavy outside, and there was some more thunder. I'm hoping the power doesn't go out. Yep, I knew it. I knew there would be a fight here. What the? Well, that was close.
Slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
Am I standing on the family house?
They say when you visit your childhood home, everything feels small. Like a miniature, not real. They got that right.
Well, this is all miniature, so...
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane.
What? I don't...
No matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this... I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No! No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jesse.
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
The industrial accident in your hometown? That you believe Polaris caused?
No! It wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse...
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly, but they took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building
there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Jessie, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.